So why did you decide to go for this car, and why did you decide to lease it?
I had been terribly heartbroken by a flighty Italian car, and it was just hoovering up my wallet like nobody's business. I needed to change cars, so I had to get something else. And I'd read Autocar, and the Autocar had said this was the 4th best car for sale in Britain, and that was up against, the Veyron and the 911, whatever they loved at the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, if it's that good, it's got to be great.
Yeah.
So I just typed into Google lease deals, and I saw this come up at £238 a month. And I couldn't believe it, because I was spending more than that on alternators, frankly, in the Alpha. I was going, this guy, really? So I looked it up, and eventually, 238 plus VAT, so that was 6 months down, 7,000 miles. And once you start, I need 10,000 or 12,000. Moved it into a period where I was going to be paying 300 quid a month, fully serviced with tyres and 10,000 miles a year and only 3 months down. And I just thought it was an immense bargain.
Yeah.
In my mind, the car would have to depreciate more than that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be paying for that. I'd be paying less than the depreciation. So I asked a couple of questions, and they said, yeah, we've got 250 in the country. You're going to have to buy one today or tomorrow, because they're going to sell out. And then they're going to go back to much more normal prices. So I just allowed myself to be railroaded into it.
Yeah.
Eventually there was some crazy deal with VWFS, who gave me the dealer contribution check and other stuff like that. So I was thinking, well, this is actually a really good value, so I'm just going to do it. And the first new car I've owned, first car from new, 0 miles, and it's been pretty nice.
What do you know how much it's cost you overall? So if you were to go through the normal sort of, is it 2 years?
This one was 2 years. You can get.
How much would it have cost you altogether if you were just to get out at the end and wipe your hands?
That's a very good question.
What is it you pay per month?
So it's 320, including VAT, servicing and tyres.
320, and then you had to pay three months deposit, which you won't get back.
Yes, that's
so I'll work it out later, and I'll put it on the screen now. So it's basically 24 months at that, plus 3 months.
Yes,
and that's what it will have cost you.
But I'll have 2 sets of tyres, which I didn't have to pay for, and I'll have it twice serviced. So it's not a bad deal. But I think, looking at the current one, it was going to be sort of 8,000-9,000.
Yeah.
As a total cost. This one, you'll figure it out. But
yeah, I'll figure it out. What I'll do is I'll have a look at that cost, and I'll have a look at what an equivalent car second hand is, and then we'll sort of tot it up. It'll be interesting, because you probably haven't even worked it out. I'm sure you'll be better off than having bought one, and the depreciation and the costs of running it and so on.
That's what worries me.
But we will put that on the screen now.
Right, back to the studio, because it's going to be easier to go over the figures from here. So Fergus paid in all for 2 years 20,000 miles, including all servicing, all tyres, and the cashback that he received, £7,840. If he had bought the car new, he would have, they're supposed to be 35, say £1,000 off, 34,000. The equivalent car, 20,000 miles, 2 years later, is worth 24,000, so that's depreciation of £10,000. He would have also have had to pay for 2 sets of tyres, 1,200, a minor service, which is 165, and a major, which is 300. That means that the total cost of buying the car, rather than leasing as he's done over 2 years, would have been £11,665, as opposed to the total cost leasing, £7,840. So he has had a fantastic deal. Now, deals as good as the one he has had are not available anymore, but you can get stuff close to that, and it's still like a big saving. So it does look like leasing does make sense in most of these cases, and I guess that's why everyone's doing it now. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you for the next one.